Hey guys, I got my 69 C10 step-side bed out of the garage, and I'm going to apply a little bit of Penetrol to it. My wife and I were talking about this morning. I've been not threatening, I've been saying I was going to put it on here for a while, but because of weather and other things that happened during life, I'm just now getting around to it. So my wife is not for sure how it's going to turn out, so she finally convinced me to back the truck up, of course, and she told me just to put some on the tailgate, on the inside of the tailgate. So that's what we've agreed to do, and she's left to go run some errands, which is sometimes a good thing. I just let it go with that. So what I've done while y'all were not looking, first of all, I was going to do a cold start on it, and on this 69, and I got in there and everything went just fine, and I noticed my light on this little phone camera I'm using was on, and if you watch my channel very long, you know I'm not real smart. So, and some people think I'm just kidding around, but really I'm not. I'm not the brightest bulb in the room when it comes to turning off lights. Well, get it? Light bulb. I'm not the smartest, but anyway, enough of that. Anyway, I went ahead and I got me some steel wool and some Scotch-Brite, and I stressed it out a little bit more. I didn't get carried away like I did on that 84 C10 I have in the backyard. If you'll look back several videos, you'll see that I painted the tailgate on the 84 C10 to match the rest of the truck, because the tailgate on it when I got it was black. So I have patinaed it, and I might have went just a little bit too far, but it looks good and I'm proud of it, but I might have went just a little bit too far on it. So I tried not to do that this time. I painted the letters a long time ago back here just because when you look in the rear view mirror, it says Chevrolet. It says it the right way where you can actually read it. So anyway, I have got me some of this. Got this at Lowe's. It's Penetrol. And if you'll look back at my other video on the C10 84 where I was applying Penetrol to the tailgate, I had these little brushes, or sponges, I should say, not brushes, sponges. I really like the sponges myself. Speaking for myself, I like these sponges. But the only problem I have with it is after you use it for a little while, the stick the sponge is mounted to starts poking through the sponge. So I was kind of, I didn't really like that very much. Maybe I was going too hard or too fast. I'm not really sure. Anyway, just for an experiment, I went to the dollar store, got one of these driver's choices wash sponge for wash your car or truck or whatever. Got some scissors, cut off a piece of this sponge. I'm going to try using it on this tailgate to see if I'm going to like it just on the inside. And we'll just kind of go from there and see how it goes. I used some scissors and cut it, and I poured what I was going to tell you is actually, that might be too much Penetrol for this tailgate, because it doesn't take much. This stuff spreads really easy and it goes a long way. And if you look at my other video on the 84, I kind of stress that fact a little bit. This might be something you might want to do to your car or truck if you want to kind of preserve it the way it is. When I put this on, this is pretty much going to be it for a long time. It's going to be on there. So the reason I'm doing it is, once again, if you look back at some of my other videos, I had put linseed oil on this truck, and just to see if I would like the look. It's going to give basically the same look that the Penetrol will, but linseed oil is somewhat temporary. So I done the whole truck here probably, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or whatever. Anyway, it was kind of shiny, and my wife and I kind of liked that look on this old truck. So I'm not going to, again, this is just an old shop truck. I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to paint it. I had thought about maybe painting it back. I believe it used to be green. You can see some green spots here and there. But I'm not going to do that. I just decided I'm just going to put Penetrol on it because I got too many irons in the fire anyway, and my wife kind of likes it this way anyway, so that's pretty important when she says she likes something. I kind of, you know how it is when you're married. Anyway, you try to make everything right and everything goes smooth. So this is what I'm doing. I got this little stick that I've mounted this phone to, and if I can get it positioned right, I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. Uh-oh, messed up. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm trying to move this to where you can actually see what I'm doing, hopefully, if I don't jar the truck. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We'll both look at this together. Oh, and I got me some of these gloves because this Penetrol is a little bit sticky when you apply it. So if you want to save washing your hands, that's good. Got me some Penetrol on here. Let's see how far it goes. And it goes on really smooth with a sponge. I'm kind of glad I've done this because it gets down in some of the crevices really well. Just kind of applying it. And I watched a video this morning of someone using used motor oil on their truck, and that was interesting. But for me personally, it's something that I would not want to try. I don't think it would. It's not something that's going to last forever. If I was going to do that, I'd just soon use linseed oil if I was wanting to see what it looked like. I wouldn't use used motor oil from your car or truck. But I mean, it is a thought, and I admire somebody for giving it a shot and see what it turns out like. I mean, that's what it's about. So I'm putting this on. As you can see, this little bit has gone a long way, and I really like this sponge. It's putting it on really well. I've got a little bit more, and man, I'm telling you, this stuff goes a long way. If you're thinking about putting it on your car or truck, just keep in mind that a little bit goes a long way. Now, I've had some friends that have used paintbrushes to apply it, and that's good too if you're good with a paintbrush, but I'm not. I was leaving streaks from the paintbrush, so I found for myself, I found using a sponge is much better. Easier to apply, and you don't see any streak marks, which is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm just going to go over this pretty quick. I'm trying to make my video shorter, but kind of hard to do sometimes, especially when you've had as much coffee as I've had today. Now, I'm one of those kind of people, I drink coffee all day, so I have a tendency to talk a lot. Well, we'll see how this turns out. Got some more linseed oil. I got some more Penetrol on my sponge just then. I don't know where the camera's at exactly, so I'm not really sure if you can see everything that I'm doing. But I really do like, as I said, I really do like this sponge. And this old truck, as with all my old trucks, if you check out my videos, you can't hurt it. It's just an old shop truck. It's never going to be, at least as long as I have them, it's never going to be any more than what it is right now. So that's going to be, this is going to be just about what it is, just an old shop truck. Dents, dings, little rust here and there. Sometimes on some of mine, quite a bit of rust. But that don't bother me, as long as it runs and drives. And I was watching, I'm thinking it was probably an old episode of Meekum Auctions on TV last night, and they were in Portland, Oregon. And as I said, it's probably an old episode, but it's my first time to see it. They were talking about how trucks and, you know, four-wheel drive trucks and Suburbans and Broncos and C10s and stuff, how they were really coming up in price. And that's the reason a few videos ago, or even this week, I put some videos up about how much do you think some of my C10 trucks might be worth where you live, but didn't get any responses, so I don't know. I'll have to put them on another website, I guess. But anyway, they are getting pretty popular. Or they are pretty popular, I should say. Okay. I'm going to let this dry for a while. It takes several hours, and it is so humid today. I mean humid. It's one of those days like the weatherman says you can just about wear it. And I'm sweating enough already, I think I'm wearing it. So as soon as you come out the door, you're wearing it. Okay, I've used up all this in this little container, and it done the whole tailgate on the inside here. So I'm going to go over it real quick, get any excess off. So because the more I get off, the more quicker it's going to dry. Y'all might have some better suggestions on how to apply it, but for me, it's with a sponge. And I'm glad I've seen this little dollar car sponge because it really worked out really well. Okay, I guess I'll do this right here since I got some on the sponge. I'll do this part. That's the thing, once you get started, it's kind of hard to stop. I think this truck would look good shinier it did when I put the linseed oil on it. I really do like this truck. It starts right up, runs good, and it's pretty powerful. It's got a 350 in it with a 350 turbo, and runs and drives really well. Sounds good too, in my opinion. Of course, I've had to do everything to it. Wheels, tires, lowering it, exhaust, everything. Or had it done, I should say. Majority of it. Okay, I'm going to take these gloves off so I don't get all this stuff on the camera, but this is it. First of all, I'll take this off so you can see maybe before and after shots here. Okay, I'll stand back where you can kind of see the whole thing. I just kind of went lightly on the edge so it might not. But you can see stand here, you can kind of see the difference where that's dull and this is kind of shiny. And when it dries, it should look pretty good. I can make a video of it when it all dries again, if you're interested in this, and if you need any help or have any suggestions for me, I'm all ears. But thought I'd show you what I'm doing today. I'm going to let this dry a while, and might take several hours, I guess. We'll see. Anyway, appreciate you watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you would. Subscribe's even better. Leave a comment if you would. Still want to know what you think an old truck like this will be worth, and where you live. I'm not saying you have to. Just leave a comment on what you think it's worth, or opinions, or if it's not worth nothing. I don't know. All depends on the individual. I just enjoy reading comments. Kind of brightens my day, and sometimes I get a chuckle out of it too. Y'all have a good day. I'm having a great, awesome day. I'll see you later.